the perfect.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to the Brown Social House Lethbridge Bulls pregame show before this afternoon's WCBL matchup between the visiting Sylvan Lake Gulls and the hometown Lethbridge Bulls, live on Flow Sports from Spitz Stadium in Lethbridge, Alberta. I'm Brent Redlinski, your pregame show host, and doing the play-by-play for today's Game 2. Game 2 of this two-game set between the two clubs, with Sylvan Lake taking Game 1 last night, 9-5 in a game that saw the Bulls jump out in a early 5-1 lead in the first two innings, and a long first two innings. It took over 50 minutes to play before seeing that lead slowly go away. Uncharacteristic start by Bulls starting pitcher Levi Abbott. A couple of errors behind him and a questionable call or three, and the Bulls just weren't able to right the ship moving forward. A couple of bright spots in that Bulls lineup once again. Bernie Sakaris, 2 for 4 on the evening, including a solo home run in the first, and it does look like Big Jack is back. Jack Kaliski was 2 for 5 combined on a recent tear at the plate. Just keeps going and going and going like that Energizer Bunny. But looking back at last night's game, it was a game of many missed opportunities. The Bulls just look back on and say, what if? The Gulls pitching staff was not good to begin with. The Bulls, even though they scored 5 in the first couple innings, they could have had a lot more as the Bulls left the bases FOB, full of Bulls, as Spitz Stadium PA announcer Brian Janot always says, and couldn't muster up a clutch hit when given the chance. The Bulls send Seamus Ryan to the mound to face the Gulls. Ryan is 2-2 in 5 starts so far this season, and he's just looking to get back on the win column. Might be one of Seamus' last starts. We'll see how that goes. His college might be shutting him down for the summer to get him ready for his college season. So look for Seamus Ryan to have a fantastic night. The Gulls currently sit at 24-13 on the season, 1.5 games out of division lead, and winners of their last 3 games. The Bulls are 22-13, 2.5 games back of the Okotoks Dogs in the WCBL's West Division. The Bulls are 7-3 in their last 10 and look to end this 4 games in 4-game homestand on a high note before heading to Swift Current Monday night to face the 57s, and Tuesday night in Medicine Hat to take on the Medicine Hat Mavericks. It's home game number 19 for the Lethbridge Bulls here today at Spitz Stadium. Should be a good one. Bulls, Gulls, no love lost between the two teams. You're watching the Brown Social House Lethbridge Bulls pregame show live on Flow Sports.
This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spitz Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here.
You can sit here.
Or here.
Or even here.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
Welcome back to Brown Social House Lethbridge Bulls pregame show. Sitting here with Bulls pitching coach Jock Bergman to talk about a little bit about last night's game and then tee up today's game. Josh, we spoke a little bit post-game last night when you were leaving the field about that felt like one that just got away from the Lethbridge Bulls. It might have well been 41-2. It felt when it was 5-4. Things didn't go right from the offset, and it just nothing got going for the Bulls. What happened?
I think early on our defense kind of let us down a little bit. A couple errors early in the game that I think forced Levi to throw a few more pitches than we would like him to, and we had to eventually had to take him out in the 6th inning, which wasn't the ideal plan, and we'd liked him to throw a little bit longer than that. It just felt like after we gave up the home run and we were still winning 5-4, our guys kind of the energy kind of really shifted. I think it shifted in the park, and then I think it shifted with our team. So we got to be able to clean that up today and make sure that they're not dictating the pace, they're not dictating the energy in the game, and that we're doing that on our side.
That was one thing that I noticed sitting in the stands last night watching this game, is that the Sylvan Lake bench, they got pretty emotional. They were very college-esque, like with their emotions. They were very up on things. Is that something you really got to look forward to today? Is maybe have Seamus, Ryan will get into him a little bit, but making sure you don't give up any early runs and keep that momentum going from last night that turned in, I don't want to say disastrous, but kind of disastrous.
Yeah, I think it's key in every game if we can get out to a fast start, on the mound and then set the tone that way. And Seamus usually does a pretty good job with the pace that he pitches with, and hopefully our defense can be a little bit better out of the gate today. And if we do that, and then we can get the bats going like we did last night for the first couple innings, I think we can be a little bit more successful tonight.
You go in today's game, 2.5 back Okotoks, and then a game back behind Sylvan Lake. I know you guys got a couple games in hand, so anything could happen. Only games in hand if you win them. So that's kind of how math works. But how important is it to end this on a high note before you go on the road for a couple games?
Yeah, it's massively important. We're chasing down a West Division title, and everybody wants to get that kind of home field advantage for playoffs, and obviously we would get that in the first or second place. But at the end of the day, our guys are competitive and they want to win a title. So, we want to end up in first. So we got to find a way to be able to split today and give ourselves a chance to kind of climb up the standing.
It goes quick. This does all of a sudden 20. We're 18 home games as of today, and you got 9 left, and you got a couple on the road, and the All-Star game next weekend. And then before you know it, it's done. And you do want to start going too far ahead because there's still a lot of baseball to be played. But getting that first seed in the West Division is pretty important because the big three in the West is pretty tough. Where not that Edmonton's not, or the Energy City, but you definitely would rather play Energy City in the first round rather than having to play Okotoks or Sylvan Lake.
Yeah, anybody that you're going to match up with in our league is going to be tough. I do agree. Obviously, Sylvan and Okotoks, they're really good ball clubs, but Energy City is a great ball club too. They came in here a couple nights ago and beat us. It
feels like a month ago.
It does feel like a month ago, but yeah, came in and laid the boots to us a little bit. So we got to be prepared no matter what. If we finish. We got to get in the playoffs first. We got to continue to play good baseball, and I think that's at the forefront of our minds first. And then if, when we hopefully get into that position, then we kind of go from there and who our opponent's going to be and try to plan accordingly.
Today's starter, Seamus Ryan, was unbelievable last year in his rookie campaign with the Bulls. He's been really good this year. Not as untouchable, but just he's been really, really good, really solid. What can Bulls fans and people watching at home expect from Seamus Ryan today?
This is going to be unfortunately, this is going to be Seamus' last start due to a little bit of an innings limit for him going into his school at North Dakota State next year. So I'm really excited to watch Seamus, pitch his last game this summer for us. I think he's, like I talked about earlier, he brings a lot of pace to the game. He fills up the strike zone. He can throw multiple pitches for a strike. And he just pitches with that little bit of a quiet confidence and a little cockiness that people don't, normally see because he's not very overt with it. He's pretty in check with his emotions, but when he goes out there, he knows that he's really good, and he's going to give us hopefully a really good start today.
Funny, he knows he's really good. He doesn't say much.
No.
He wouldn't say crap. His mouth was full of it. But you have a couple of guys in your order who have been pretty much just untouchable. Jack Kaliski and Bernie Sakaris. The rest of the lineup was struggling a little bit, not a lot, but what can you say about the offensive production of Jack and Bernie, especially in this homestand?
Yeah, they've been excellent. Obviously, it's just the consistent competitive at-bat that they're bringing. Obviously, the results are there, but I think their approach and their game plan at the plate is pretty consistent in what they're doing. So I think that's why they've been so successful. Sometimes if our guys start to kind of get outside of their approach or try to do too much, then they start to struggle a little bit. But those two guys have been pretty consistent all year. Obviously, two different player types. Bernie, hitting in our leadoff spot. Obviously, he has a little bit of power, but Jack's obviously, everybody calls him Big Jack because Tony Days calls him when he introduces him in the starting lineup, and Jack knows his role in our lineup. But I think it's just their approach and what they've been doing at the plate to consistently get themselves in a good spot, to have a good at bat, to give themselves a chance to put up some numbers and succeed at the plate is what's been impressive to me.
We'll get you out of here. One last question. I always end this in these pregame shows. The Bulls win today if what?
If we pitch and defend. You can't make mistakes against good teams. This is a really good ball club. They do a really good job. Obviously, they bring a lot of energy. They like to play the game the right way, and we can't make mistakes, and we can't give them the ball game. And they tried to do it to us in the first inning or two last night, and we weren't able to take advantage. So if we're able to play a clean game tonight, I think we can hopefully come away with the win. Well, here's hoping we get you guys can get some runs early and give Seamus some support. Thanks very much for joining us in the Brown Social Health pregame show. Good luck today, Josh. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Brent.
Is your family outgrowing your current space? It might be time to move up, and the Shauna Gruninger Group is here to help you find the perfect fit. With years of experience and a deep knowledge of the Lethbridge market, Shauna makes upgrading easy, stress-free, and exciting. Don't wait. Your dream home and more room to grow is just a call away. Let the Shauna Gruninger Group help you relax with RE/MAX Real Estate.
The Shauna Gruninger Group with RE/MAX Real Estate Lethbridge is proud to support the Lethbridge Bulls and baseball in southern Alberta. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about the market, we'd love to connect and offer a complimentary market evaluation. No pressure, just helpful info. And because we love giving back, we always have Bulls tickets throughout the season. Scan the QR code to get in touch. We'd love to see you at the game.
Welcome back to the Brown Social Health Lethbridge Bulls pregame show. Now it's time for the Shauna Gruninger keys to the game for today's matchup between the Sylvan Lake Gulls and the Lethbridge Bulls. The Bulls, it's pretty simple for them. Take advantage of the other team's misfortunes and go for the kill shot and go for the jugular per se. Step on the opponent's throat when you have the chance, especially the teams in the upper echelon of this WCBL West Division. You've seen it before with the Okotoks Dogs, and then last night with the Sylvan Lake Gulls. The Gulls bench, they get pretty jacked up throughout the game, so if they wouldn't have had that emotion last night, the Bulls probably would have come up ahead in that game last night, come out with a big victory that they would have had it. What they have to do today to make sure they're successful, in my opinion, is get out of the first couple innings. Don't let that momentum switch that happened in about the fourth inning last night affect today's game. You have to have Seamus Ryan go out there and have a Seamus Ryan kind of an outing, get a lot of ground balls, but the Bulls have to play a lot better defense behind Seamus Ryan than they did last night behind Levi Abbott. Next, they have to get more offense out of guys other than named Jack and Bernie. All you want to keep those guys going and keep them hot. There's a lot of guys in the bottom half of this lineup. There has to be a lot more production in the lineup. The Lee Matsuzakis of the world are getting hits. The Brendan McTavish are getting the hits, but it's the rest of the lineup that has to start doing something and chipping in a few more RBIs when you get those runners on base. You can't leave guys on base. Also, too many free bases are getting let up behind home plate. It just seems there's a lot of free passes, a lot of guys advancing, getting out of double play situation. The back catcher position has to be a lot more solid behind the starting pitching if runners do get on base. And most of all, the Bulls have to have a little bit of fun. Everybody seemed a little bit tense last night, especially when it was 5-4. You kind of felt that game was out of hand no matter what was going to happen. It might as well have been 41-2 at that point. The Bulls have to start to have a lot more fun and this homestand on a high note. After the game, the Bulls have a season ticket holder and a billet barbecue. Have a little bit of fun with people they don't get to see as much. But anyways, that's the keys to the Shauna Gruninger keys to the game for today's matchup between the Sylvan Lake Gulls and the hometown Lethbridge Bulls. That's it for the Brown Social House Lethbridge Bulls pregame. I'll be back with the play-by-play of this afternoon's matchup on Flow Sports. Enjoy the game, everybody, and horns up.
Have you ever wondered if there's one thing that connects people from across our province? Something that connects the coffee shop to the spray park, or the brewery to the rodeo, the campground to the sports field, the friend next door, with your family in the next town, the dealership with the ice cream shop. It's pretty amazing when you think about how it's all connected, because it truly is. And it's all we think about, so you don't have to.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus 2 weekly shows including the WCBL Report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday, and also the WCBL Game of the Week pregame show leading right up to game time every Thursday night. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Time now to send it down to field level to our game day coordinator and stadium coordinator, Mr. Brent Radlinsky.
Hello, Bulls fans. It's Sunday afternoon baseball. It's a little hot, but I don't want to hear anybody complaining about how hot it is 3 months from now when we're plugging in our cars. Don't complain about the heat ever, please. We got a great afternoon of baseball ahead of us. I'd like to thank Cody Hall for entertaining before the game, the people out on the patio from McDonald's, good sponsor of ours. Welcome everybody here to the game tonight. Thanks for people who donated food to Strikeout 100 to the Interfaith Food Bank of Lethbridge. Thank you very much from everybody. It's going to be a great day of baseball. But first, before we get to today's game, we'll go back to last night's game for just half a second. We don't want to relive that one. Back up to Mr. Brian Janot.
Thank you, Brent. Well, The Sisters Pub player of the game from the game against the Sylvan Lake Gulls last night. Player of the game is number 1 outfielder Bernie Sequeiros. Bernie was 2 for 4 at the plate with a home run, a double, and 2 runs scored. For his efforts, he wins a $25 gift certificate from Sisters Pub, the official game day pub of the Lethbridge Bulls.
Ryan, today's umpires?
Today's umpires is assigned by the Western Canadian Baseball League. At the plate, Travis Oberg. At first base, Peter Wall. And at third base, Cody Nelson.
All right, let's welcome to the field everybody's favorite bull, right from McIntyre Ranch, T. Well, there's usually a video. Technical problems are temporary. Please do not adjust your sets. Let's go with the Davis GMC Buick Lethbridge Bulls starting lineup, and there's the video. All right, your starting lineup for your Lethbridge Bulls brought to you by Davis GMC Buick. Leading off, the center fielder, number 1, Bird, baby Bird, Bernie Sequeiros. Batting second, the right fielder, number 10, Lee Matsuzaki. Batting third, playing first base, we're number 23, Carter Clairhout. Batting fourth, the DH, number 26, Big Jack Kaliski. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 8, Steve Andrachek. Playing left field and batting seventh, number 19, the Bronze Adonis Bernal. Oh, I screwed up.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 27, Ben Simmons. Last but not least, playing shortstop, number 9, Luke Wheatley. And the starting pitcher for your Lethbridge Bulls, number 14, Seamus Ryan. Now, if you would please rise and join Miss Brianne Urban. And if somebody found a Canadian flag that's about 20 feet by 40 feet by 20 feet that's usually out there, could you bring it back, please? No questions asked. Just bring it back, put it on our front step. It's cool. Okay? Thank you. Here's Miss Brianne Urban with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And now to throw the Doug Sports ceremonial first pitch from 98.1 The Ranch FM. Today's game sponsor, Mr. Mike McGuire. Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to beautiful Spitz Stadium for this afternoon event between the Sylvan Lake Gulls and the Lethbridge Bulls. I'm Brent Radlinski, your play-by-play guy for this afternoon's matchup between these two teams who faced off last night. Gulls winning 9-5 over the little bit lackluster Bulls in the second half of that baseball game. But it's a brand new day for the Bulls today. I'm a little out of breath. I was just doing the pregame show out on the field, so excuse me for my lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? I think I know. Today's umpires, as assigned by the Western Canadian Baseball League, home plate, Travis Oberg, third base, Cody Nelson, and over at first base, Mr. Peter Wall. Starting pitcher for the Lethbridge Bulls, Seamus Ryan, might be on his last start for the Bulls for this season. Pitch innings count to limit by his college team, North Dakota State. Ground ball to second base, Brendan McTavish. Over to Claire Hout for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 7, Jaden Flores.
Brings to bat Jaden Flores. Flores leading the Gulls in batting average and RBI so far this season. Another strike called. Bulls start the game 2.5 games back of the first place Okotoks Dogs. Sylvan Lake a game and a half out. Strike two. Ryan works ahead early
It's one of Seamus's strengths. Not an overpowering type of pitcher, but he's a pitcher, not a thrower, which this old baseball guy kind of likes. Puts the ball in play. Ryan 0-2. He delivers. Just off the plate. Hot afternoon here in Lethbridge. Ball 2. Back to the backstop. Little bloop over McTavish's head for a bloop single. That brings up the DH for Sylvan Lake, Brock Tajina. Tijerina, 308 on the season so far. 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Fouls off the first pitch to the backstop. Nice crowd on this hot Sunday afternoon. People taking some shade in under the grandstand. Ground ball to third base. Andrechuk flips it over to McTavish for the second out of the inning. Mark that one down 5-4 on your scorecard for those who keeping score at home. Brings up the first baseman, Bryce Turner. Turner, 239 on the season. Takes ball 1 outside. Rare Sunday afternoon event here at Spitz Stadium. Fly ball to center field. Tracked down and caught by Sakaris. Burn, baby, burn with the wheels. That's it for the first half of the first inning. You are watching a Lethbridge Bulls baseball on Flow Sports.
Is your family outgrowing your current space? It might be time to move up, and the Shauna Gruninger Group is here to help you find the perfect fit. With years of experience and a deep knowledge of the Lethbridge market, Shauna makes upgrading easy, stress-free, and exciting. Don't wait. Your dream home and more room to grow is just a call away. Let the Shauna Gruninger Group help you relax with RE/MAX Real Estate.
The Shauna Gruninger Group with RE/MAX Real Estate Lethbridge is proud to support the Lethbridge Bulls and baseball in southern Alberta. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about the market, we'd love to connect and offer a complimentary market evaluation. No pressure, just helpful info. And because we love giving back, we always have Bulls tickets throughout the season. Scan the QR code to get in touch. We'd love to see you at the game.
Welcome back to Spitz Stadium, home of today's WCBL matchup between the Sylvan Lake Gulls and the hometown Lethbridge Bulls. Starting lineup provided by Davis Buick GMC Ford Lethbridge Bulls. Leading off, number 1, Bernie Sakaris playing center field. Next, Lee Matsuzaki, followed by the first baseman, number 23, Carter Clairhout, followed by number 26, the DH, Jack Kaliski. Next up is number 8, Steve Andrechuk, the third baseman, followed by Brendan McTavish. Number 5, the second baseman. Playing out in left field, Adonis Burnell. Catching today's game, Ben Simmons and Luke Wheatley rounded up the lineup with playing shortstop. Today's pitcher for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, Nick Veselinovich, 2-2 on the season so far in 10 games, just the 2 starts. First pitch called strike. Veselinovich from LaSalle, Ontario, goes to Winthrop University. Through the 58-footer. Well, we'll give him 59. Little coaching rotation today. Coaching at third base to start the game off, Carlin Dick. Ryan McDonald celebrating his, he's on the bench, but it's his daughter's 6th birthday today. Sakaris takes ball 2 outside. Bernie Sakaris on fire as of late. Solo home run last night to lead off the game for the Lethbridge Bulls in the second inning. In a game that really got away from the Bulls later on. Just didn't feel right the most of the game, even with a 5-run lead, or 5-1 lead, sorry. 3 balls, 1 strike to Sakaris. Veselinovich set to deliver. Swing and a miss from Sakaris. Loads the count up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sunday afternoon baseball, Spitz Stadium. Fouled onto Parkside Drive. Parkside Drive was one of the one streets in Lethbridge that wasn't busy over the weekend with street wheelers in town. Hub of activity throughout the city. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Sakaris. Veselinovich set to deliver. Here's the pitch. High and away. Puts the leadoff guy on. Brings up Lee Matsuzaki. Matsuzaki's parents are in town from Honolulu, Hawaii. Matsuzaki having himself a fantastic season for these Lethbridge Bulls. Matsuzaki hitting .325, 5 home runs, 3 triples, leading the WCBL in triples. Lee hit himself a home run on Thursday night, I believe it was, when his parents were first came to town. Lee gave me a little bit of a gift when his some almonds and some pancake mix up right from Honolulu. Ground ball at the middle. This could be 2. And they don't even get 1. Mark that one down as an E4. Error to Rowan O'Connor. That brings up Carter Clairhout. Clairhout, one of the big 2 of these big bashers that the Bulls got in the middle of this lineup. 7 home runs on the season. .344 batting average. Red Deer, Alberta native. Big left-hander. First baseman. Bulls looking to put up a crooked number early. Just as some prognosticator said in the pregame show that they'd probably need to do to exercise the demons from last night. Producer Clayton beside me shaking his head. He's cut on to my just to my chat. Ground ball at the middle. This will be 2. 6-3 the easy way for 2.
Designated hitter number 26, Jack Kaliski.
Brings up big Jack Kaliski. Kaliski swinging at beach balls as of late. Can't seem to miss. What Bulls fans expect to see from Kaliski on a nightly basis. San Antonio, Texas native. Takes ball one. Galiski with 8 home runs on the campaign. Heading to the All-Star game in Okotoks next Saturday night. Swing and a miss. Vasilinovic looking to work himself out of an early jam. First 2 guys got on with a walk and an error. And a ground ball in the middle to get the double play from Clairhout. Foul ball out of play. Brought to you by Preferred Auto Glass. Perfect afternoon for baseball. I'd say there's not a breeze of wind out there, but somebody seems to have taken off with our massive Canadian flag that was in the outfield. It was there this morning when I got here. Now it seems to have gone missing. Somebody has it, no questions asked. Just bring it back to Spitz Stadium, fold it up nicely. Jack Galiski, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Shot the middle, and it drops in for a base hit. Look for a second that Kyle Lewis is going to make an attempt at catching that ball, but to no avail. Galiski with the single and the RBI. Scores Sakaris from third. Brings up Steve Andrechik. Kalispell, Montana native. 300 mark on the campaign. Been a little cold as of late. 2 for 4 last night. Steve's got great control of or Steven, I guess. He's got great control of the batter's box and the strike zone. One of the better pure hitters seen these parts in a long time. Ground ball to second base. Bobbled, but got him in time for the third out. But not before the Lethbridge Bulls score 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 runner left on base, and after 1 complete, it's the Lethbridge Bulls 1, the Sylvan Lake Gulls no score. You were watching Lethbridge Bulls baseball on Flow Sports.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
We're back at Spitz Stadium. Seamus Ryan ready to deliver. Sylvan Lake batter, Trip K. Ray from Memphis, Tennessee. ball, 2 strikes. Ryan delivers. Just a bit outside. Little low, little outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ray. Foul ball over to Parkside Drive. Ray goes to Southwest Tennessee Community College. Another foul ball out of play. 14 games played. 317 batting average. Beautiful day for baseball here in Lethbridge. And Seamus struck him out. I think Seamus knew he was getting that strikeout before he even got the ball got to home plate. Brings up the second baseman, Rowan O'Connor. Ground ball tipped by Ryan. Anderchuk, valiant effort to try to get the out at first base. Score that a base hit.
Right fielder number 5, Bryce Hampton.
Brings up the right fielder, Bryce Hampton, from Bozeman, Montana. 304 on the season. Washington State University. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Called strike outside part of the plate. Ray, not much of a chance at stealing over at first base. Most catchers don't, so I'm going to just make the assumption that that's why he isn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan just checks him over just in case. Keeping a guy honest over there at first base. Keeping his first baseman alive. Carter Clairhout. Strike 3. On the outside part of the plate for the second out of the inning.
Left fielder number 24, Aiden Macaras.
Brings up Aiden Macaras. Macaras, one of those Bellevue University boys who kind of pop out of everywhere in the WCBL. Big swing and a miss. Time call by home plate umpire Travis Oberg. Must be something in the scouting report that I wasn't aware of about the Trip Ray stealing ability over there. Keeping him really close to the bag for a guy with no stolen bases. Looked like the umpire wanted that one. The old often dreaded Steve ball for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bulls players were looking to go towards the dugout on that one. And the delivery. Ground ball for a base hit. Bounce through. Gain of millimeters in that instance. What looked like was strike 3 to get out of the inning. Ends up being a base hit. Brings up Kyle Lewis. with 2 on. O'Connor moves up to second on the infield single. 2 out. A little bloop. 1 pitch later, and that's the end of the inning. After 1.5 innings of play, is the Lethbridge Bulls with 1 and the Sylvan Lake Gulls no score. You are watching Lethbridge Bulls baseball on FloCollege.
Is your family outgrowing your current space? It might be time to move up, and the Shauna Grunninger Group is here to help you find the perfect fit. With years of experience and a deep knowledge of the Lethbridge market, Shauna makes upgrading easy, stress-free, and exciting. Don't wait. Your dream home and more room to grow is just a call away. Let the Shauna Grunninger Group help you relax with RE/MAX Real Estate.
The Shauna Grunninger Group with RE/MAX Real Estate Lethbridge is proud to support the Lethbridge Bulls and baseball in southern Alberta. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about the market, we'd love to connect and offer a complimentary market evaluation. No pressure, just helpful info. And because we love giving back, we always have Bulls tickets throughout the season. Scan the QR code to get in touch. We'd love to see you at the game.
We're back for the bottom of the second inning. Lethbridge Bulls leading 1-0. Leading off for the Bulls this inning. Number 5, the hometown product, Brendan McTavish. McTavish, another one of the Bulls who's heading the All-Star game next weekend. Going to have to apologize to Brennan post-game for my exclusion of him in the opening lineup. I got a little flustered there with our production of the, so I kind of blew it too, but I'll have a little chat with Brennan and things will be okay. If that's the worst thing that happened to Brennan all day today, we have a pretty good day, I think. Producer Clayton agrees with me. Or he's just nodding and smiling, so I shut up, one of the two, who knows. Count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul out of play into the parking lot. That one's going to be expensive, I think. Ground ball to second. Going to be a tough play. Got him just in time. Good play by O'Connor to get the speedy McTavish. Brings up Adonis Burnell. Burnell's got family in town this weekend as well. Burnell's been splitting his time in left field and behind the plate again. 2 balls, 1 strike to Burnell. Big swing and a miss on a pitch that was out of the strike zone. Burnell was like Don's really going for that one. Big swing and a miss, and that's for out number 2. Brings up the catcher, Ben Simmons. Swing and a miss from Simmons. Simmons with a little hiatus away from the team for a while, appearing in only his 8th game of the season so far, 176. Vauxhall Jets product. Travis Oberg doing a little bit of a courtesy walk for the catcher, give him a little bit of relief. Kind of something that catchers and umpires do for each other when they wear one back there. A little bit of time to shake off the cobwebs, feel a little bit better. Baseball's hurt, kids. Baseball's hurt. No matter how tough you think you are. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Simmons. Ground ball to third. Big throw across. Gets Simmons in time. Tidy inning for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. No runs, no hits, no errors by the Lethbridge Bulls. You're watching after 2 complete, Clayton, not just 1. After 2 complete, it is the Lethbridge Bulls 1. The Sylvan Lake Gulls no score. You're watching Lethbridge Bulls baseball on FloCollege. We're back at Spitz Stadium, home of the Lethbridge Bulls, in today's WCBL matchup between the Bulls and the Gulls. Bulls lead 1-0 after 2 complete. Bulls on the last of a 4 games and 4-day homestand. 1-2 so far, a couple that just got away from them. WCBL out-of-town scoreboard. Brooks Bombers taking it to the Energy City Cactus Rats 11-0. Saskatoon over Swift Current 7-6. Fort McMurray over the Okotoks Dogs 2-1. And nothing to report yet from Moose Jaw against Regina, the Highway 1 matchup. Ground ball to McTavish over to Clare Hope for the first out of the inning.
Number 7, Jaden Flores.
One out. Up comes Flores. One ball, two strikes to Flores. And he struck him out. Seamus Ryan, his third strikeout of the afternoon.
Hitter number 11, Brock Tiarina.
Brings up Brock Tiarina, grounded out to third base his first at bat. Almost a great play over by the at the Charlton Hill patio by Andrechuk. Valiant effort, sparing life and limb to try to make the grab. Nice contingent of McDonald's employees over at the Charlton Hill patio today. McDonald's, the sponsor of the kids camps, Lethbridge Bulls McDonald's kids camps this summer. Very well attended throughout southern Alberta. Clare's home, Fort Macleod, Cardston, Vauxhall, and also here in Lethbridge. Pop-up, battle in the sun. Wheatley camps underneath it for the third out of the inning. Nice tidy inning once again for Seamus Ryan. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, and there were no Lethbridge Bulls errors. After 2.5 innings, it is the Lethbridge Bulls 1, the Sylvan Lake Gulls no score. You're watching Lethbridge Bulls WCBL Baseball live on FloCollege. We're back from the bottom of the third inning here at Spitz Stadium. Bulls lead 1-0. Up to bat, the 9-1-2 hitters for these Lethbridge Bulls. Luke Wheatley, Bernie Sakaris, and Lee Matsuzaki. Pretty tidy afternoon of baseball so far. Vasilinovic got out of some early inning trouble, but settled down in his second inning. Wheatley's bat just hasn't got going for these Lethbridge Bulls so far this season. They hit a big home run last weekend out in Moose Jaw. Really good with the glove, though. Midland College, down in Texas. Another Vauxhall Academy graduate. Takes ball one high. One ball, one strike. Outside part of the plate. 4 strike 2. Regular crowd is shuffled in here to Spitz. Nice way to spend an afternoon in the shade underneath the grandstand here at Spitz Stadium on a Sunday afternoon. Rare Sunday afternoon game here at Spitz Stadium. Billet and Season Ticket Holder Fan Appreciation Day. Without the Billets, these organizations would not run across WCBL and all these summer college leagues throughout North America. The lifeline of these organizations are the Billets and the volunteers. Trip Ray wore another baseball, little time away. It takes a special breed to be a catcher in baseball and a hockey goalie. Many, many moons ago, I used to don the pads as a hockey goalie. Can't say it was one of the smarter moves I ever had, but something's got to be a little bit loose upstairs, Clayton, to be a goalie. It's nothing's really working too good. Not sure where this one got, Trip. I think I have an idea where it might have gone because no one's really helping him out where it was, so he's just taking care of himself. Is that what you're thinking too, Clayton? Yeah. I think we're thinking the same thing. Yeah, that's one of those injuries you just let time heal. Time heals many wounds. Little round of applause from the Spitz Stadium faithful. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Little game of fetch by the Sylvan Lake Gulls. They're trying to stay. Veselanovic trying to stay warm a little bit. Next thing you know, the baseball's out at the Kiss 1077 sign. An old baseball coach of mine once said the team that plays catch the best usually wins. Hopefully that was a sign of things to come for these Lethbridge Bulls. One ball, 2 strikes. Little looper. Going to be caught by the right fielder, Bryce Hampton. Mark that one F9. Brings up Bernie Sakaris. Sakaris walked his first at bat. Burn, baby, burn. Bernie Sakaris. Had a nice conversation with Bernie pregame yesterday. Not a man of many words, Bernie, but had a few chuckles. Said he's been catching up on his sleep so far this summer. Oh, 1 to Sakaris. Bernie's smiling face up on the video board here at Spitz Stadium. 1 ball, 1 strike. I keep looking in the stands for somebody that I was expecting to be at the game today, and they told me that they were here, and I can't see them. I don't know if it's my eyes or it's because of the size of the crowd here today, which is a good thing on both accounts. 2-1. The pink ribbon still behind the pitcher's mound here at Spitz Stadium. Last night was Pink in the Park night, battling cancer. Bulls had their one-time pink jerseys, fantastic jerseys that were done last night by Goat Distributors out of Calgary. Still up for auction at 32 auctions. Foul that a play to Parkside Drive. We purchased a number of the jerseys as well for people to purchase in the pro shop. There's one extra small jersey left. They were a hot item here at Spitz Stadium last night. Theme jerseys abound this season. City Connect jerseys the team wore on Friday night. I think we still have one more little trick up our sleeves before this WCBL campaign comes to an end. Hard to believe that there's only 9 games, home games remaining for the Bulls. All-Star break next weekend. Not much of a break, just one day off for the game. Bulls back at her again on Sunday against these same Sylvan Lake Gulls. Sekeres takes ball 4 for his second walk of the afternoon.
Right hitter, number 10, Lee Matsuzaki.
Brings up the Hawaiian sensation, Lee Matsuzaki, with 1 on, 1 out. Matsuzaki got off to a great start for this Lethbridge Bulls team, and it hasn't slowed down since. Ball to the backstop. That'll advance Bernie Sekeres to second base. Bulls on the road to Swift Current tomorrow to face the 57s. And then to the rival Medicine Hat Athletic Park in Medicine Hat on Tuesday to face the Mavericks. It's too bad those two teams can't meet up a little more often in this WCBL with that Highway 2 rivalry. Or 3, sorry. Long-time rivalry between these two cities. But it'll be a fun game in Medicine Hat on Tuesday night. One ball, one strike. Bulls lead 1-0. Ground ball, and it's bobbled. That'll score Sekeres. The old Hendo hop. Looks like the second baseman wore that one in the lips a little bit. O'Connor been a busy guy over at second base. The Hendo hop seems to have got him on that one. For those unaware what the Hendo hop is, this used to be called Henderson Stadium before the renaming, calling it Spitz Stadium, but Henderson Stadium a long time, and right across from Henderson Park and Henderson Lake, right across the street here in Lethbridge. So the Hendo hop contributed to the second run of the afternoon for the Lethbridge Bulls. Brings up Carter Clairhout. Clairhout grounded out his first at-bat. Clairhout double to the Altus sign in the gap. They're sending Matsuzaki home, and he'll score standing up, uncontested. Stand up double by Clairhout, and the Bulls lead 3-0. Matsuzaki scoring all the way from first on that Clairhout double. Brings up 2024 team MVP Jack Kaliski. Little mound visit here. Vasilinovic needs a little breather. There's Stern talking to see what's going on. The Hendo hop can change a lot of things here at Spitz Stadium. Should have been the second out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got a guy at first base and another guy scores, and that's the way it works. But the Bulls take full advantage of that whenever they get a chance, and it has not worked in their favor a time or two throughout the years as well. Should maybe get that fixed, Clayton? That's no fun, Little, like mini golf. Some obstacles out there, change the game up a little bit. It worked for us, so we're good. Brings up Big Jack Kaliski. Claire Hout at second. Your Love by the outfield. 1983 playing in the background. The album Play Deep. I don't know if it's 83. Could be 85. It don't much matter. Great tune. Great album. Clock strikes 3 o'clock here at Spitz. Bulls lead 3-0. Vasilinovic sending Claire Hout back to second base. Not sure Carter is much of a threat to steal. Swing and a miss. Kaliski might have got just a piece of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Andrew Chick on base. One ball, 2 strikes. Action out in the Gulls bullpen. Ball high. Two balls, 2 strikes to Kaliski. Swing and a miss on what would have been ball 3 for the second out of the inning. Brings up the smooth operator, Steven Anderchuk. Early in the season at the Rural Roots Classic, the boys did a little poll on the Instagram about who was least or most likely to date their sister, and Steve Anderchuk, they was resounding that they did not want Steve dating their sister. Not exactly sure as to why, but that's just what it was. One shouldn't speculate, should they, Clayton? One shouldn't speculate on that. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulls with 2 already. Claire Hout at second. Two balls, no strikes. Anderchuk looking for something to drive here. Hitter's pitch. Anderchuk looking to the skies on that one. Not sure he agreed with home plate umpire Travis Oberg on the call. But it's not a democracy. Not a vote. Somewhat of a dictatorship out there when it comes to the WCBL umpires. All umpires in general. 3 balls, 1 strike. Anderchuk takes ball 4. Brings up Brennan McTavish, the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 5.
All-star Brennan McTavish to the plate. Two on for McTavish. No balls, 1 strike to McTavish. Little bloop over the head of the third baseman. That'll score Clairhout. They don't ask how, they ask how many, but there is an RBI single for Brendan McTavish to increase the Bulls' lead to 4-0. That brings up the bronze Adonis Burnell with 2 on, with the Bulls leading 4-0. Andrechuk advances to second on the plate. Twinkle Toes Clairhout scores. Big swing and a foul back to the backstop by Burnell. Another single by Burnell. That'll score a run. No play anywhere. Burnell with the RBI single, scoring Andrechuk from second. Aggressive running on the big send from third base coach Carlin Dick. McTavish advances to third on the plate. Brings up the catcher, Ben Simmons. Simmons struck out his first at-bat. Bulls lead 5-0. No balls, 1 strike. Adonis advances to second uncontested. Gets rid of the force. 5-0. Bulls lead. Foul, hot shot over to the Bulls dugout. Look out, they say. One ball, 2 strikes to Simmons. Sylvan Lake looking to stop the bleeding so far. But last night the Bulls had a 5-1 lead themselves. And that one went away. Ball outside. Talked about in the pregame show, once you get these teams up, you got to really, really bear down and get some more runs and just keep going. The Sylvan Lakes, the Okotoks, the Saskatoons, who we see next week of the world, once you get them down, you got to keep going. Any team in this league, no matter what, actually. Strike 3 to Simmons, and that is the third out of the inning. Second strikeout for Simmons this inning, but not before the Bulls put up 4 runs on 4 hits, and there was one Hendo hop that got the Sylvan Lake Gulls, so 1 error. But anyways, after 3 complete, it's a Lethbridge Bulls 3 or 5, the Sylvan Lake Gulls no score. You're watching Lethbridge Bulls WCBL baseball on FloCollege.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, Store Canadian.
We are back at Spitz Stadium. Lethbridge Bulls take a 5-0 lead with 4 runs in the bottom of that third inning, giving Seamus Ryan the ball. Ryan works really well in the leads, keeping the ball down, working very efficiently so far. The Sylvan Lake Gulls have not been able to figure out Ryan so far, but they'll send up the first baseman, Bryce Turner, to the plate. Ryan starts off early with another strike. And he struck him out on 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, just like that.
Catcher number 13, Trip Ray.
Ryan with his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Brings up the catcher, Trip Ray. Struck out his last at-bat. Tough day behind the plate, wearing a couple baseballs. Ice packs aplenty on the bus going back to Sylvan Lake after this one. Fouls one out of plate. Over to Parkside Drive. Actually, that one's probably at the pool. Be a nice day for a swim today, Clayton. Hey? Ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bulls lead 5-0, top of 4. Little fly ball to Bernie Sekeres. Couple of steps in. He takes care of it for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman number 16, Rowan O'Connor.
Brings up the second baseman, the victim of the Hendo hop, Rowan O'Connor. O'Connor singled his last at-bat. Little fly ball the inning. Another very efficient inning of work for Seamus Ryan. The Sylvan Lake Gulls scored no runs on no hits, and there were no Lethbridge Bulls errors. After 3.5, it's the Lethbridge Bulls 5, the Sylvan Lake Gulls yet to score. You're watching WCBL Lethbridge Bulls Baseball live from Spitz Stadium on a Sunday afternoon on FloCollege.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, let's give it up for the Dapper Yapper up on the booth. There always does such a great job, Mr. Brian Janot. Thank you very much. All right, it's the Brown Social House mid-game report. Ryan McDonald, one of your coaches for the Bulls here. They gave me some prepared questions. I'm just going to ask you. It's Street Wheelers weekend. There's a million people doing a million things. How good does it feel for you and the team to see this many people in the stands today?
Yeah, it's great on a Sunday, beautiful day. We couldn't ask for anything more.
Okay, you're facing the Gulls here. You've got some road action back. It always amazes me how much time you guys spend on the road back and forth. Is that something that the team adjusts to as the season goes on, or is it always a challenge?
It's definitely always a challenge when we play so many games in a row, but I like getting the road games out of the way early. We don't really have that many left, so it's a good bonding experience for a lot of these guys that haven't spent a lot of time around each other, so we like being on the road too.
All right, last question. Does ketchup have any business being on a hot dog?
Absolutely. That's the only way I eat it.
There you go. All right, well, there you have it. Let's hear it for the coach and give it up for your Bulls one more time.
Thanks to Mike McGuire from the Ranch 98.1 here in Lethbridge for today's game day sponsor. He's one of the hardest working men in show business around these parts. Mike's a really good guy, and he's out there doing 5 men's work throughout the day. But thanks to Mike McGuire for having Coach Ryan McDonald on the interview today for today's matchup with the Gulls. Bulls lead 5-0, bottom of 4. Bring to the plate, top of the bottom of the order once again, with Luke Wheatley. Wheatley flew out to right field his first at-bat. Luke from Calgary, Alberta. 3 RBIs on the season so far. Putting together some really good at-bats in batting practice, getting some good swings in. Maybe today's the day he gets things changed up a little bit. Pitching change while we were listening to Mr. McGuire talk. Oh, base hit the middle by Wheatley. Pitching change for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Kai Rempel, Cloud County Community College. His 8th appearance of the season. 6.58 ERA. Much needed base hit by Wheatley on that one. Brings up a Bernie Sakaris. Ball 2 in the dirt. Beautiful afternoon for baseball. Not a breath of wind in southern Alberta. That's not something you hear very often. The APB on the flag can be put to rest. I guess there was some shenanigans with the chain out in center field that the flag was attached to. So the flag has been found, so we can take off the all points bulletin. Bulls lead 5-0. Sakaris with 2-1 count. Rempel delivers. Ball 3 on the outside. Three balls, 2 strikes. Wheatley at first. Little hit and run action. Sakaris did it properly. Slashed it over to the through the 5-6 hole. Advances Wheatley over to third. Sakaris on base for the third time today, first time with a single. Walked his first 2 at bat. Brings up Lee Matsuzaki. Wheatley advances to third. Something you don't see a whole bunch anymore is the old hit and run. Let the guys run, put the ball in play, and look what happens. Bulls threatening. 2 on, none out. Sakaris definitely a threat to steal with second base open. See if bench coach, who's on third base today, Carlin Dick, see what he's got up his sleeve. Carter Clairhout doubled his last at bat, is on deck. Foul ball out of play. .50 sellers are out on full bore. Noah McNeil, Mr. Everything around here at Spitz Stadium on the IL. Got the little wrist injury. Took him out of action for this summer. Helping out in many different ways off the field. English is Noah's. He speaks really good English, but it's kind of. He was saying Labatt and he kept saying Labat. He didn't understand that it was Labatt. It was one of those funny things that the translation didn't quite work for him, but it was always good for a laugh with Noah. Nice kid. They're all really good guys around here. Spitz are always willing to help out with whatever might happen. Pitching change after the first out of the inning, the strikeout. Bulls lead 5-0. Pitching change. And we'll go to break here at Spitz Stadium, home of your Lethbridge Bulls. Bulls lead 5-0. Bottom of the fourth inning. You're watching Lethbridge Bulls baseball on FloCollege.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus 2 weekly shows including the WCBL Report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday, and also the WCBL Game of the Week pregame show leading right up to game time every Thursday night. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
We're back at Spitz Stadium, home of Lethbridge Bulls. Bulls lead 5-0. Bottom of the fourth. Jacob Rochelle in to pitch for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Rochelle in his fourth appearance of the season so far. 6-inning pitch, 7 strikeouts. San Marcos, California. Northwest Nazarene University. Struck out 3 of the 12 batters he faced his last outing on July 9th versus the Okotoks Dogs out in Okotoks. In what was a wild affair that Okotoks won that game. But back to this one. Just got note that Jack Kaliski's jersey is now at $1,000 over at 32 auctions. I think it's called Bulls in Pink. So if you're listening to this show or listening to this game right now, you might want to go to 32 auctions and it's up on the screen right there. 32 auctions. Jack Kaliski's up to $1,000, all going to a very good cause. Brings up Carter Clairhout with 1 out. Clairhout doubled his last at bat. First and third. Sekeres at first. Bernie's going. Second base stolen. Ball 1 on the outside. Sekeres stolen base. Comfortably at second. 2 ducks on the pond for Clairhout. Big swing and a miss from Clairhout. That swing doesn't owe him nothing. Jacob Rochelle. California kid. It's good to see the mayor of Spitsville, Mel Collier, back in his normal perch here at Spitz. I don't know if it's good to see or just to see. Ball ends up being fair right in front of the plate. Nice play by Ray, the catcher, to get Claire out at first. Really nice play to keep that one in fair territory on the big spin for the second out of the inning. Brings up Big Jack Kaliski. Kaliski taking the summer off from being the Bulls reliever. It's always a pleasure last season watching Big Jack come out of the pen out of throwing 5 or 6, and they put him on base. Probably a smart move the way that Kaliski's been swinging the bat as of late. Loads him up for Steve Andrzejczyk, Bulls third baseman.
Second baseman, Ray Steven Andrzejczyk.
Steve Andrzejczyk, Vauxhall Academy grad. I was once told by Lethbridge baseball legend Jim Kokas that Andrzejczyk's one of the best pure hitters he's ever seen. Not power hitters, but best pure hitters he's ever seen. And that's high praise from Jim. Jim's been around the game for a long, long time. No balls, 1 strike to Andrzejczyk. Rochelle set deliver, bases loaded, 2 out. Bulls looking to do some damage here. One ball, 1 strike. Andrzejczyk fouls one back. 1-2. Mel Collier. Collier Industries. And the pitch. Foul out of plate. Parkside drive. Bring that back. Get yourself some Cavendish fries. Cavendish Fries, proud sponsor and the official French fries of Spitz Stadium and Lethbridge Bulls. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Buck Martinez would say 2-2. 2 out. Producer Clayton wearing his Toronto Blue Jays hat next to me here. Might be taking a cut and pay for that. Ball inside. Full count. Runners will be going on the pitch. 3-2. 2 out. 5-0 Bulls lead. Bottom of 4. Foul ball into foul territory. Long run over. And a nice catch made in foul territory by the left or the right fielder, Bryce Hampton. The Bulls leave him stranded. No runs on 2 hits and 3 runners left on. Opportunity squandered by Lethbridge Bulls. But after 4 complete, it's the Lethbridge Bulls 5. It's the Sylvan Lake Gulls no score. You're watching WCBL Lethbridge Bulls baseball live on FloCollege. top of the 5th inning. Seamus Ryan having himself a nice tidy afternoon thus far. 3 up, 3 down his last 2 innings. Brings up the outfielder, which happens quite often, the guy who just made the nice diving catch out in right field, Bryce Hampton. Hampton looking to keep that momentum going. This inning brought to you by Davis Buick GMC. Nice play by Wheatley. Across the field to get him. Jeter-esque over there at shortstop. Hang a star on that one from Wheatley for the first out of the inning. Mark that one 6-3 with an asterisk on that one. Great play by Wheatley. He made that one look awfully easy, didn't he there, Clayton? It's like he's done it before a time or two. Brings up Macaris. Macaris reached his first at bat. WCBL, Lethbridge Bulls baseball. Pitching staff making their way out to the bullpen out in left field. Just in case. Made a trip out there on Canada Day. My niece and nephew were in town with my family. I made a trip out to, gave a little tour to the family, seeing the sights and sound at Spitz Stadium. Strike 3 from Ryan for the second out of the inning.
Center fielder, number 42, Kyle Lewis.
Brings up Kyle Lewis. So anyway, I'm out and go out to the bullpen, and I haven't seen a bunch of guys that still not paying attention to a baseball game in my life that were wearing uniforms. It was quite funny. Once they got out there warming up and everything, they were doing their job and doing what they were supposed to. But those boys out there, they were baseball wasn't really on their mind at that point when they were sitting out in the bullpen having a good time. The pop foul out of plate. Wash, rinse, repeat. Same thing. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Ryan delivers. Drive deep to right field or left field. Foul out of play. Just call that one a long strike because all that is, Clayton. Looks the same in the scorebook as it does anywhere else. It's a long strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throwaway pitch from Ryan. 2-2. Struck him out looking. Seamus Ryan, there, 3 up, 3 down inning. His 3rd consecutive. This time to Kyle Lewis, the center fielder. Ryan putting himself together a heck of an outing. After 4.5 complete. Hang a K on that one. After 4.5 complete. The Gulls scored no runs on no hits. There were no Bulls errors and no one left on base. After 4.5 complete, it's the Lethbridge Bulls 5. Sylvan Lake Gulls no score. You're watching WCBL Lethbridge Bulls baseball on FloCollege.
The Lethbridge Bullhorn is all things regarding the Lethbridge Bulls of the Western Canadian Baseball League. The Bullhorn has the latest news regarding the Bulls with interviews with current and past players, signings, game recaps, and updates on all the events happening at Spitz Stadium. The Bullhorn is your place for all things regarding baseball in Lethbridge. Get your horns up with the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report. This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spitz Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here.
You can sit here.
Or here.
Or even here.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
We're back at Spitz Stadium, home of WCBL Sunday afternoon action. The Davis GMC Chicken Race, just in a stunning upset. Always an entertaining thing when the kids get out there to join the chicken race. Little malfunction at the junction every time they get going. Bulls lead 5-0, bottom of the fifth. Seamus Ryan putting together a heck of an outing so far this afternoon. 3 hits on the afternoon so far. Bulls send up their 6, 7, 8 hitters to start this bottom of the fifth inning. Brendan McTavish, Adonis Burnell, and Ben Simmons due up. Jacob Rochelle is now still pitching in his second inning of relief. WCBL All-Star Brendan McTavish. Ground ball to short. No hand-o hop on that side. Throw across the field. Get him just in time. Real close play. Spitz Stadium faithful didn't quite agree with that call, but I think first base umpire Peter Wall got that one right. First out of the inning brings up Adonis Burnell, the left fielder. Strike one called. Bulls lead 5-0. Bottom of the fifth. Ground ball foul. Carlin Dick using his foot over there instead of his trusty hands to make that play. Two balls, 2 strikes. Burnell takes ball 3 to the outside. Three balls, 2 strikes. Quite the conversations happening between the base umpires and the Lethbridge Bulls coaches at the moment. Strike 3 called on the inside. Burnell was halfway down first base on a walk. Brings up catcher Ben Simmons.
Number 27, Ben Simmons.
Two out, bottom of the fifth. Simmons 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Couple of strikeouts. Takes ball on the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rochelle having himself a nice relief appearance this afternoon. Strike 2. Strike 3, and that'll do it. Rochelle with a great relief appearance this afternoon for these Sylvan Lake Gulls to keep them in the game. Bulls had no runs, no hits, and then there was no Sylvan Lake errors and no Lethbridge Bulls left on base. That's the way it works when you got no nothing across the board. It is the Lethbridge Bulls 5. The Sylvan Lake Gulls no score after 5 complete. You're watching Lethbridge Bulls WCBL Baseball live on FloCollege.
if there's one thing that connects people from across our province, something that connects the coffee shop to the spray park, or the brewery to the rodeo, the campground to the sports field, the friend next door with your family in the next town, the dealership with the ice cream shop. It's pretty amazing when you think about how it's all connected, because it truly is. And it's all we think about, so you don't have to.
Seamus Ryan takes the hill in the sixth inning. Only given up 3 hits so far in this on the afternoon. Starts off with a strike. Tai Yukamoto grounded out his first 3 at-bats. Little bloop single. Burnell, nice play to keep it in front of him. First hit in a while off of Ryan.
Third baseman, number 7, Jaden Flores.
Brings up Jaden Flores. And Sylvan Lake offense is lethal. Missed opportunity earlier on. The Bulls had some bases loaded. Should have pushed one across. Gulls coach Jason Chatwood looking to play a little bit of small ball. Advance runners over, get things going a little bit here for this Gulls team, who hasn't had much of anything going so far this afternoon. That is hit deep by Flores. If it's fair, it's gone. Foul ball just to the left of the KISS 1077 sign. Flores was trying to do his best Carlton Fisk impersonation there, willing that thing back into fair territory, but to no avail. One ball, one strike, just another long strike, right, Clayton? Little fly ball out to Matsuzaki. He'll camp under to make the first out of the inning. For the first out.
Hitter, number 11, Brock Tiarino.
Mark that one down, F9. Brings up Brock Tiarina, 0 for 2 on the day so far. Takes ball 1 low. Bulls lead 5-0, top 6. .1 The Ranch, where country lives here in Lethbridge. Mike McGuire getting the troops ready for the Gas King Willie Wash shuffle between innings. If I were a betting man, which I'm not, I would bet it would be number 2. Hard hit, base hit through the right side for the 5th hit of the afternoon.
First baseman, number 9.
Advances Yakamoto to second base. Brings up the first baseman, Bryce Turner. 2 on, 1 out for Ryan. Sylvan Lake looking to put some numbers up here. Strike 1 from Ryan. Bulls lead 5-0. Ball called. Catcher Simmons asking home plate umpire Oberg where that one missed. Spit Stadium faithful not too sure what the response could possibly be. Strike on the outside. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Sylvan Lake looking to put a crooked number up on the board. Base hit through the left side. Coach Chatwood holds up Yakamoto at third base. Base is loaded. Sylvan Lake threatening. Time called by Lethbridge Bulls pitching coach Josh Bergman. Yakamoto at third. Tiarina over at second. And the way that works, Bryce Turner advanced to first on the single. 3 consecutive singles. Base hitting the Bulls to death so far right now. Trip Ray, the catcher, due up next for this Bulls team. Quick conversation from Bergman. Bergman, who joined us on the pregame show. Pretty much to a T what he felt that Seamus was going to do today and what might be his last start of the summer for these Lethbridge Bulls. And he's going out with a bang. But he's in a little bit of trouble here. First trouble he's faced this afternoon. Ground ball. Run came across an RBI for Ray. Out recorded at third base. Mark that one down, 5 unassisted at third base for the second out of the inning. So Yakamoto scores. Ray to first, and Turner advances to second on the fielder's choice. Brings up the second baseman, victim of the Hendo hop earlier on. Oh, we've had a substitution. For producer Clayton, didn't let me know. Michael Quick now batting. Quick from Oshawa, Ontario. Down 0-2 quickly. Ball on the outside. Quick 292. Limited action so far this summer with the Gulls. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Ryan looking to end the inning. Timeout called by Quick. Little mind action here. Pop-up. This should end the inning. Andrushuk battling the sun. He camps under it, makes the third out of the inning. And Seamus Ryan works his way out of it. But not before the Sylvan Lake Gulls push their first run across. The Gulls scored 1 run on 3 hits. There were no Lethbridge errors, and there were 2 Sylvan Lake Gulls left on base. After 5.5 complete, it's Lethbridge Bulls 5. The Sylvan Lake Gulls no score. You're watching Lethbridge Bulls baseball on FloCollege.
T-Bone is a busy bull these days, so please give him a hand keeping Spitz Stadium clean by using the Ability Resource Center's recycling bins located throughout Spitz Stadium. Ability Resources is the official recycling depot of the Lethbridge Bulls and Spitz Stadium.
We're back at Spitz Stadium, home Lethbridge Bulls for this afternoon's action. The Gulls push their first run across of the afternoon. Maybe put some different number up on Seamus Ryan. Cop up to Theisman Andrew took the inning. Rochelle still up there for his third of relief. Brings up Luke Wheatley to lead off the inning. Wheatley 1 for 2 afternoon. Bottom of Really takes one. Ground ball foul. Just foul. Best call of the day so far made by third base umpire Cody Nelson. Hasn't made bad calls. That's the best. 1-1. Ball away. Wheatley take. I should have put 102 being the wheel shuffle again. It was the Gas King must shuffle, favorite amongst young and old here at Spitz Stadium. It can't be 2 next time around, can it? Never know. Two balls, 2 strikes. Checks his swing. 3-2. Great afternoon for baseball here in Lethbridge. Flared out to right field for another great catch out in right field. Mark that one down, F9. Another spectacular catch by Hampton out there. Busy man this afternoon out there in right field. Brings up Bernie Sakaris. Sakaris reached all 3 times so far today with a single and a couple of walks. Bernie Sakaris. Ground ball to first. Flip over to Rochelle for the second out of the inning. Brings up Lee Matsuzaki. 1 for 3 thus far today. Reached on and a single. Flew last at bat. Rochelle had himself a great appearance, great outing out of the bullpen for these Lake Gulls. Kept this game real close when it could have turned sideways for the Gulls pretty quickly. 5-1, same as the score was last night. Different vibe around the team in the ballpark today a little bit. Something just didn't seem right, even though it was 5-1 for this Lethbridge Bulls team last night. Just felt that the bottom was about to any time. Bulls lead 5-1. Not seen any action out in that Bulls bullpen as of yet. The whole crew is out there. Big swing and a miss from Matsuzaki for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Big swing and a miss. Going to make it official. Made official to hurry there, Clayton, for the third half of the inning, but the Sylvan Lake Gulls get out of that one. The Lethbridge Bulls scored no runs on no hits. There were no scares. There was darn near there in that last one, though. It's the Sylvan Lake Gulls 1, Lethbridge Bulls 5. I said that back, but nobody's listening. It doesn't much matter. It's both 5 Gulls. You're Lethbridge baseball on FloCollege. Seamus Ryan out for his 7th inning work with a 5-1 lead so far, giving up 6 runs or 6 hits thus far, 79 pitches in. Little pop-up foul out of play. Right field extraordinaire Bryce Hampton at the plate for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Fouls went down the third baseline, down the Charlton Hill patio. Bulls lead 5-1. Ryan at 81 pitches. Still no action in that Bulls bullpen. Conversations aplenty, I'm sure. Little waste of a pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hampton looking for his first hit of the afternoon to go along with his dazzling play in the outfield. And he might have got it there. He ripped one down the line. And it's gone over the Kiss FM 330 feet. Just reached for the home run for Hampton. Having himself an afternoon for the Sylvan Lake Gulls to get them within 3. Home run, Bryce Hampton. One of the rare mistakes by Seamus Ryan this afternoon. Home run by Bryce Hampton to bring the Gulls within 3. Hampton with his 2nd home run of the campaign. Hot shot down the third baseline. Foul. Jason Chatwood, Bulls head coach, had to be alert down there. Bulls still lead 5-2. None out. Ground ball to Anderchuk. He steps across. Oh, and he airmails it. Just got him in time. A little bit of unorthodox out there by Anderchuk. Great play by Carter Clairhout to record the first out of the inning. They don't ask how, I guess. They ask how many, right there, Clayton? Clayton's not a man of many words when he's producing these shows. First out. Brings up Kyle Lewis, the center fielder. Lewis struck out his last at-bat. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Second strike. Seamus, a little different approach on this at-bat. Foul ball down the first baseline over to the kids zone here at Spitz Stadium. Beautiful Spitz Stadium, home of your Lethbridge Bulls. Ground ball up the middle, picked up by Ryan. He flips it over to Clairhout for the second out of the inning. Mark that one down 1-3. Brings up Yakamoto, who scored the first run of the game for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Bulls lead 5-2. Top of the seventh inning. Ground ball up the middle. McTavish with a valiant effort. Couldn't make the play. Call that one a base hit for Yakamoto. Reached base his second time this afternoon. Brings up Jaden Flores. Flew out to Matsuzaki, his last at-bat. Went real deep for a foul ball that same at-bat. He was doing his best Carlton Fisk impersonation, if you recall what I said a couple innings ago. Big swing and a miss. No balls, one strike, one runner on. Gulls looking to put on a couple more. Fly ball out to Adonis Bernal, who makes the catch to end the inning. Looks like there is some action in the bullpen. That might have been the last at-bat for Seamus Ryan. If it was a heck of an afternoon. The Sylvan Lake Gulls scored one run on the big home run from Hampton on 2 hits, and there were 2 men left on base. The Sylvan Lake Gulls still trail the Lethbridge Bulls 5-2. You're watching Lethbridge Bulls baseball on FloCollege. Lethbridge Bulls lead 5-2 after 6.5 complete. It's been the Seamus Ryan show. One little blip in the armor there, gave it the home run to Hampton last at bat, but it's been a great outing by Ryan. A tidy, nice, efficient outing by Ryan. What this Lethbridge team needed. Give their bullpen a little bit of rest, give them some length, and get the guys going for this 7th, 8th, and 9th. I'm not sure if Ryan's out yet, but this Lethbridge Bulls offense, just like we said earlier on, had to get something more out of the rest lineup, not just from Jack Kaliski and from Bernie Sakaras, and the guy by the name of Carter Clairhout, who's up to bat this inning. He got the team going with an RBI double earlier on in this game. It's the Bulls 5, the Gulls 2. We're going right back live here to Lethbridge Bulls baseball here at Spitz Stadium. Rochelle up to bat, or pitching still once again, having himself one heck of an afternoon in relief for this Bulls team. 5-2 Bulls lead. Rochelle has definitely come in and given the Gulls what the doctor ordered. Lots of strikes and lots of ground ball outs. No real damage at all from this Lethbridge Bulls team, who put up a 4 spot in the 3rd to take the 5-0 lead. Gulls clawing their way back. That's what they tend to do. Once again, if you don't put your foot on the throats of these great ball teams in this WCBL, you could find yourself on the wrong end of things. 2 balls, 1 strike to Clairhout. Fouls one over to the Bulls dugout.
If a Bulls player hits a double in this 7th inning, one lucky man will win a certificate for a round of golf at Paradise Candy. If the double is not hit, one fan
Bulls 5, Gulls 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Claire Hout. Just foul. Oh, struck him out. My mistake. My mistake. Got him swinging.
Designated hitter number 26.
Jack Kaliski up. It looks like there's going to be a pitching change. Yeah, there is someone coming out of the bullpen. Like for the voice of Spitz Stadium, Brian Janot, to make the announcement. He's got the binoculars next door, and he lets me know what's going on here. Great outing by Rochelle to keep this game close for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Really efficient outing, giving up nothing since he came into this game. Four innings of relief work for Rochelle. Brings into the game relief pitcher number 17, Garrett Lundmark, Mayville State University out in North Dakota. Spokane, Washington native, making his 4th appearance of the campaign. Yet to give up an earned run so far. 7 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts. Fills the zone. 6'2", 210. Mayville State. Beautiful state of North Dakota.
Now the game pitching number 17, Garrett Lundmark.
Bulls lead 5-2. Nice to see radio stations in town coming to Spitz Stadium to help out the cause. 98.1 The Ranch later on this week when the Lethbridge Bulls host the Saskatoon Berries for the first time. It's 93, no, it is not 93, 95.5 Wild Country Wild FM. Saskatoon Berries making their first appearance ever at Spitz Stadium. Of course, it's only their 2nd year of existence. Saskatoon's been a tough out so far this season with only 4 to 5 losses so far this campaign. Berry Fever. Well, we got a few seconds at WCBL out-of-town scoreboard. Brooks Bombers lead the Energy City Cactus Rats 15-3. That's the final. No, not a final. It's in the bottom of the 9th. It's a home road game for the Bombers. Saskatoon, we just aforementioned, beat the Swift Current 57s 11-6. Okotoks Dogs drubbing the Fort McMurray Giants 11-2. And the Regina Red Sox and Moose Jaw Miller Express just getting underway. Big Jack Kaliski to bat. Hoping to get something going for this Lethbridge Bulls squad. Bulls lead 5-2. Gulls clawing their way back. Inside, just missed Kaliski. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Foul back right, straight back. Young gentleman down in front of the press box here. LA Lakers hat, baseball glove, got himself a ball. Tarp off. Looks like he lost something. Strike called on the outside. Kaliski a little exasperated with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Fly ball out to Hampton. He's camped underneath it for the 2nd out of the inning. Big number out in Brooks, 15-3. Brings up Andrechuk. Steve Andrechuk, pride of Kalispell, Montana, home of Moose's Saloon. Probably one of the best pizzas you'll ever have. Peanuts on the floor. Hey, Clayton, you've been there by the way you're nodding your head. Yeah. and probably the cheapest adult beverages you can probably buy in the state of Montana. Clayton's agreeing with me on that one too. No balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball out of play down the first base side. No balls, 2 strikes to Anderchuk. 1 mark, 2 deliver. Takes the ball high. Nice way to spend a Sunday afternoon. Go home, turn the barbecue on after the game's done. Little number to Lundmark, flips it over to end the inning. Lethbridge Bulls scored. No runs, had no hits. There were no Sylvan Lake errors, and there were no Bulls left on base. After 7 complete innings, it is the Lethbridge Bulls 5, the Sylvan Lake Gulls 2. You're watching Lethbridge Bulls baseball on FloCollege. And that'll be the afternoon for Seamus Ryan. Ryan had a spectacular afternoon. Gave up 2 runs on 7 hits. On 8 hits, sorry, no walks at all. Efficient day all in all, but his day is done, and that might be the end of his season for these Bulls. I might have to make a phone call to his college team. But that brings in Bulls pitcher in relief of Mr. Seamus Ryan, Aiden Caldwell. Caden Caldwell, Winnipeg, Manitoba. His 11th appearance for the Lethbridge Bulls this season. Caden Caldwell, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Starts off with a ground ball, and it's through just by the outstretched hand of Wheatley. Sylvan Lake looking to cut that lead a little bit. 5-2, Bulls lead. Brings up Bryce Turner. Turner singled his last at bat. Bulls 5, Gulls 2, bottom of 8, top of 8. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Getting a little hungry. Mine's starting to wander here, Clayton. Caldwell delivers. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sylvan Lake Gulls threatening. Ball on the outside part of the plate. Brings up the catcher, Trip Ray.
Catcher number 13, Trip Ray.
Advances Tijerina to second. Feels like deja vu all over again. There it is. Strike on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ray. Ray probably feels like he kind of deserves one here with the beating he's taking behind home plate there today, catching. Catchers are warriors back there. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball over to the Bulls dugout. Nice grab by Josh Bergman. One ball, 2 strikes. 4:17 on a sunny Sunday afternoon here in Lethbridge. Didn't get the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Seagull just landed behind home plate. Eating some Cavendish fries. Fly ball. Matsuzaki got a trace on it. Too shallow to tag. That's for the first out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 44, Michael Quick.
Brings up the second baseman, Michael Quick. Flew out his last at-bat. He replaced Rowan O'Connor, the victim of the Hendo Hop last at-bat. Two on, 1 out. Bulls lead 5-2. Ball low in the dirt. Mike McGuire and Justin Goulet of 98.1 The Ranch, each having themselves a great big old hot dog here at Spitz Stadium. Job well done. Conversing with the crowd. Man of the people. Morning show guys. Probably they're not in bed already. They got to be up in 3 hours. Base hit through the right side past a sprawling McTavish. That'll score 1. Close play at home, but not in time. Makes the score 5-3. And Sylvan Lake has a little bit of juice, just like they did again last night. Tijerina, he scores from the Spitz Stadium faithful does not agree with that call, but I don't know what they could possibly be conversing about. It wasn't even remotely close. But maybe they were watching something that I wasn't. Josh Bergman out to have a conversation with Caldwell with 1 out. 2 on. Bulls lead 5-3, top of 8. Quick conversation out by Bergman and Caldwell. Settle things down a little bit and see where things are going. 2 out still. Or 1 out, sorry. 2 on. That didn't change any. Strike called. Two strikes. Whatever Bergman said seems to have worked so far, but baseball's a pitch-by-pitch scenario, so anything could happen at any given moment. Fly ball out to Sakaris. Took 2 steps in, 2 steps back, right back to where he started for the second out of the inning. Ball's bouncing around. Step on it. 2 out.
Left fielder number 24, Aiden Macaras.
Brings up the left fielder, Aiden Macaras. Macaras grounded out in that awkward play to the third baseman, Andrechuk, last inning. 5-3, Bulls lead. A little bit of action out in that Bulls bullpen. High leverage situation. That's a base hit. Chatwood holds him up in third. A little bit of who goes where, their little Keystone Cops action. Bases loaded nonetheless. Bases juiced. Bases loaded. Gulls look threatening to put up a very crooked number. Kyle Lewis, 0 for the day thus far. Quick advance to second. Strike 1. Ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Big at bat here for both teams. Caden Caldwell, probably one of the higher leverage situations he's been in this season. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Big swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Crowd's getting behind it. They're looking for something big here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Something's got to give. Ground ball. Picked up by Andrechuk. Steps across the field. Throws it in time to Clairhout, who holds on to the base. Big out for Caldwell right there, but not before the Sylvan Lake Gulls score 1 more run on 2 hits. There was 3 men left on base, and after 7.5 innings, it is the Lethbridge Bulls 5, the Sylvan Lake Gulls 3. We got a barn burner here at Spitz Stadium, live on Flow Sports.
Is your family outgrowing your current space? It might be time to move up, and the Shauna Gruninger Group is here to help you find the perfect fit. With years of experience and a deep knowledge of the Lethbridge market, Shauna makes upgrading easy, stress-free, and exciting. Don't wait. Your dream home and more room to grow is just a call away. Let the Shauna Gruninger Group help you relax with RE/MAX Real Estate.
The Shauna Gruninger Group with RE/MAX Real Estate Lethbridge is proud to support the Lethbridge Bulls and baseball in southern Alberta. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about the market, we'd love to connect and offer a complimentary market evaluation. No pressure, just helpful info. And because we love giving back, we always have Bulls tickets throughout the season. Scan the QR code to get in touch. We'd love to see you at the game.
We're back for the bottom of the 8th inning. Bulls lead 5-3. Sylvan Lake scored in each of a single run each of their last 3 innings. They've been threatening to have a lot more, had the base loaded there. Bulls looking to hold on to this one, maybe get some insurance run, sending up Brendan McTavish to the plate to start off this bottom of the 8th.
For the Bulls, second baseman number 5, Brendan McTavish.
Bit of a wild pitch there. Former Lethbridge Bull Matthew McKenzie now on the hill for these Sylvan Lake Gulls. McKenzie from Vaughan, Nova Scotia, Colby Community College. 7 appearances so far this season. Also a WCBL All-Star. McTavish takes the walk, brings up Adonis Burnell. McTavish with a decent lead over at first. Big swing and a miss by Adonis. That swing don't owe him nothing. Eh? When he lets her go, he's going for it. There's no this half butt stuff, if you guys know what I'm saying back home. Big strike 2. Power versus power here. We'll see what's going to give. 5-3. A lot of zeros after the 4 spot that the Bulls put up in the 3rd inning. Scoreless since. 7 hits on the afternoon, as opposed to the 11 by the Sylvan Lake Gulls. McTavish off at first. McKenzie comes set. Foul back. Normal bleacher creatures here at Spitz Stadium decide to move into the shade. It got a little bit warm for them over there. Some season ticket holders who have their normal seats right behind the Bulls dugout. Big swing and a miss on the changeup. Sends Burnell down swinging. Brings up the catcher, Ben Simmons, with 1 out. Simmons, not much luck at the plate today. I have an idea what this fledgling broadcaster would do in this situation, but that's just me. I'd bunt him, Clayton. Hey, I'd bunt him. Get him over into a scoring position. Been a lot of swing and misses so far from Simmons today. But that's just me. What do I know? Clayton just said lots. He doesn't know me very well, obviously. Nice ball game here on this Sunday afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike to Simmons. Fouls off himself. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nail biter here at Spitz Stadium. Bulls 2.5 games out of first place. Looking to keep pace with the Okotoks Dogs, who won today. And he struck him out on a breaking ball. That's what they call the golden sombrero in baseball land. Not something you want to have hanging in your stall after the game. Brings up Luke Wheatley. The golden sombrero. Ball 1. Not a lot of people in the building agreed with that one, but we'll take it. Called strike. Bulls photographer Jimmy Belanger down the line. Jimmy's got a little labrum problem there, so he took the summer off from throwing baseballs. Jumped into the photographer's social media position here with the Bulls and is doing a fantastic job. One ball, 2 strikes. Bulls up, 5-3, 2 out. Brendan McTavish, leadoff walk, hasn't done much with that. The Bulls haven't done anything with that. He's just still standing over there. Raring to get going. McTavish advanced to second, 3-2 count to Wheatley. Got called in a double duty there, missed something here, but we're okay. We're back at it live here at Spitz Stadium. Wheatley, big swing and a miss. Well, we're down to this. It's the go to the ninth. Bulls, Gulls, 5-3 Bulls lead. After 8 complete, it's the Bulls 5, the Gulls 3. You're watching WCBL Lethbridge Bulls Baseball live from Spitz Stadium Lethbridge on FloCollege. Of this season. So far, he's 1-0. He's got 3 saves, 11 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts with only the 1 walk. Gamez has been nothing short of fantastic out of this Bulls bullpen in the closing scenario, and this is exactly the kind of scenario that he likes to be in. And Bulls fans hoping he can be just as successful as he's been throughout the season to close out this game that sees Sylvan Lake clawing back in this one with single runs in each of the last 3 innings to close this down to a 5-3 score. Bulls have not scored since the 3rd inning. Bats have been awfully silent ever since. The Gulls bullpen has been fantastic, just shutting the door completely, starting with Rochelle out of the bullpen, who went three innings for sure, and then finishing off here with Matthew McKenzie. But this is where it all comes down to. This is what you tell people about this kind of a ball game here in WCBL. Donovan Gamez, he's up there ready to go, and he is facing Kyle Lewis. Nope, Ty Yakamoto. Actually, sorry about that, Gulls fans.
Top of the 9th inning and leading off for Sylvan Lake.
The leadoff guy who scored his last time at plate. Called strike by Gamez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gamez to Yakamoto. Two balls, 1 strike. Fantastic ball game here this afternoon. 3-1. Gamez having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone. Foul back. 3-2. Gamez set to deliver. Foul out of play. Yukamoto's proving to be a tough out so far here this afternoon. And the walk brings a tying run to the plate. Also been a very tough out, Jaden Flores.
Third baseman number 7, Jaden Flores.
Top of this Gulls lineup. Veteran lineup, top of this lineup. See if Sylvan Lake coach Jason Chatwood has anything up his sleeve. Can't afford to get that run out. Run means not a whole bunch, but it means one step closer. Big swing and a miss by Flores. No balls, 1 strike. Gamez on the mound. Lethbridge is best they got. Might as well utilize them. The bleacher creatures who I mentioned had moved out of their seats behind the Bulls dugout. They moved back. Must be a bad luck sign or something. They're back in their rightful spots. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two, 1. Yukamoto a rather small lead. Gamez still checks him back. First base umpire Peter Wall with the safe call. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul back. Yukamoto with a little fake attempt to try to maybe get a Baca out of Gamez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bulls lead by 2, 5-3. Top 9. Gulls play it first. Well, not really. Wishful thinking, maybe. Oh, got dirt in his pants or something. Yukamoto. 5-3. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gamma is set to deliver. Got the strike 3 call on the outside part of the plate. For the first out of the inning.
Designated hitter number 11, Rena.
Sylvan Lake coach a little bit heated under the collar at that call by home plate umpire Travis Oberg. I think he just wished him a Merry Christmas. Real close play at first base. Right call. Slid around the tag. Yeah, I think Coach Chatwood just wished Travis Oberg a Merry Christmas in his own special way. One out, nonetheless. 5-3. One of the better games we've had here at Spitz Stadium this summer. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. That might be the right play, throwing it over to first. They need that runner in motion. They got to get him 1 step closer to the home plate. Big swing and a miss for the second strike. The Land Sharks are out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Gomez to Tejerina. Checks over to first. Needs a new baseball. Too many stitches on that one. That one had 109, normally about 108, Clayton. I don't know what the problem is. Who knew? God has come set. Bit of a waste of a pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bulls with a 2-run lead. 1 out, bottom 9, or top 9. So close. Tying run is at the plate. Winning run is, or go-ahead run, so not winning, go-ahead run is on deck. 3-2. Gomez has to go for it here. Nothing to waste. Nowhere to go. Popped him up. Andrechuk leaves it for Wheatley. Wheatley had a better angle on it. Maybe the sun, or maybe Greed, or maybe who knows. I don't know. But anyways, it's the second out of the inning. I didn't have my eye on Wheatley go over and make that catch. I saw him run over, but I thought Andrechuk was camped underneath it, and then he wasn't going for it. I kind of a little mystified. But anyways. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Maybe. Ball outside. 1-1. Ball away. Two and one. Yukimoto looking to go. Gomez looking to end it. Both teams ready to jump at the opportunity. Foul ball straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Gomez with the pitch. Just high. Yukimoto will be running on the play, on the pitch. 3-2. Something's got to give. Runners in motion. And the pitch from Gomez. And he struck him out to end the game. Bench not happy about that call, but that's the win for. Drew a line on the umpire. Threw him out of the game to no avail, but it doesn't matter. The Lethbridge Bulls are victorious with a 5-3 win over the Sylvan Lake Gulls to go within 1.5 games, or stay to 2.5, but tie the Sylvan Lake Gulls in the standings. The Bulls scored 5 runs on 7 hits, and there would have been no errors, whereas the Sylvan Lake Gulls scored 3 runs on 11 hits, and it was a heck of a ball game here at Spitz Stadium. Nonetheless, the Lethbridge Bulls win the second game of this 2-game set here at Spitz Stadium. A little bit of no love lost between these two teams around home plate. That both coaches are tend to be squawking at each other a little bit, but that's the ball game, folks. Thank you very much for watching Lethbridge Bulls baseball. Horns up, Bulls win 5-3. Have yourself a pleasant afternoon.